What's up, beautiful people? We are stepping straight in to week 3. This makes day 15 if you are journeying with me through 40 days of focus. I want to come on early. It is Monday, which means that it was legs, glute, and quad focus day. I want to step in this week starting out with my affirmation to me. It's a reminder to myself. The last 2 days eating wise has been garbage. You hear me? Garbage. And so I need to remind myself at the start of this week that I am worth the investment. That's my affirmation all this week. Every time I show up, every time I put a meal in my mouth, every time I'm getting my water in, I'm reminding myself that I am worth the investment. I'm worth the investment. It doesn't matter if I'm in a different space. It doesn't matter what's presented before me. I have to value me and know that I am worth the investment. So we just finished up our leg day. Temple winds are almost won. I'm about to go outside and walk these hills for about 30 minutes to close out my temple winds, to secure my temple winds, I should say. And then it'll be water winds. More walking will happen all day long today. And table winds. Today is a fasting until 3 p.m. day. So water only until 3 p.m., which should help to get me back on track. But that's what we're doing. Anyway, I gotta go walk. I gotta go win. Let's transform. Great morning. It is Tuesday. It is day 16 of our 40 days of focus. I'm just here saying good morning and pushing through today. I am extremely exhausted. Today is last day of camp. Camp has worn me out this week, wore me out. Tested everything in me as well. I learned some things about me in camp. That I got some more work to do in certain areas, especially the nutritional area. I almost stayed in the bed this morning and told myself I'll do my workout when I get back home, knowing that once I get home, I'm going to just want to be at home, wash clothes, and do all of that other stuff that I need to get done. But I remembered my affirmation this week and reminded myself that I am worth the investment. So I got out of bed, pressed through. Today is a cardio core day. So I pressed through to finish up my cardio. Get my cardio in. I'll get core in. If I don't get it in this morning, I'll definitely get it in once I get home. But yeah, so temple winds are almost secured. Yeah, and I'll see you a little bit later. Oh, I forgot. Let's transform. What's up, beautiful people? It is Wednesday. It is day 17 of my 40 days of focus. I am back home. Thank you, Jesus. I'm glad to be back home. These past couple of days have been challenging. They have taught me much about myself. This morning I was a little bit down when I got up because I put on 4 pounds while I was gone. Yes, I weighed myself before I left, and I also weighed myself when I came back. I am a firm believer that you cannot fix what you won't face. And so I wanted to know, what did I leave with? What did I come back with? I left at a lower weight. I came back with 4 pounds of weight on me, and it was an indicator of how I ate. I know how I ate. I moved a lot. I know how I ate. I ate some things that I shouldn't have even picked up, but that was what was available. And I ain't gonna lie, when I was moving around that campus all day, hitting 20,000 to 25,000 steps a day, that is including doing a full, whatever my workout was for that day, because my workouts didn't stop because I was down there. I was hungry. So what they had, I ate. I couldn't get to a store to get anything different. So they had some things that just wasn't in my diet for these 40 days, but nevertheless, 4 pounds gained, and I got to work to get that off, so it kind of put me behind. This morning, like I said, I was a little bit discouraged, but then I was like, you knew this. It's nothing like, you knew that something was, it could have been far worse, but I faced it so I can fix it, and that's what we're going to do. Woke up this morning telling myself, you are worth the investment. Don't quit. You are worth the investment. Those 4 pounds, is much of it is water weight, because the salt seasonings used to cook. So get it off. You know what to do. Drink your water. Get back on your eating plan, and it'll come off. It'll come off. You just set yourself back, but that's okay. So today, the temple winds have been secured. I just sealed them up. Today was upper body and 30 minutes up on the cardio, uphill climb on the treadmill. So we knocked that out. I am worth the investment. Now up water winds, table winds. I'm gonna do a partial fast today, just to reset and get everything back on accord. But drinking water all day, and that's about it. But the winds have been secured. You may not see any meals today, because again, I'm doing a partial fast. My meals will probably be scarce this week in these videos. I'll show what I do eat when I do eat, so you'll know, but it's not going to be my normal 4 meals. Definitely not today. It's not going to be. And I wasn't here Monday and Tuesday, so I couldn't take pictures of what I ate those days as well. So we'll see. Anyway, let's transform. What's up, beautiful people? Happy Thursday to you. It is day 18 of 40 days of focus. Today was supposed to be uphill sprints and core day. I hit snooze this morning. Just been having some internal conversations that I've been fighting through all day. And so instead of doing the uphill runs, my workout was later this evening. I actually went outside and walked 5 miles because my mental miles matter for me, especially on days like this with the internal chatting going on. But guess what? We got it won. Some days it's like that. I started not to record or share anything for today, but I mean, we're showing the real deal of it. This is part of the ebbs and flows of working out and staying consistent and cultivating consistency, that there will be days where you have to literally talk yourself through it. You have to remind yourself, which is why my affirmation for this week has come in handy, that I am worth the investment. I had to tell myself that several times today to push myself to even get up to do anything. I didn't even go outside to walk or get my temple wins until after 7 tonight. And I almost talked myself out of showing up at all, but I'm glad I pushed through. I'm glad my affirmation pushed me to choose me and to show up for me despite the internal conversations. I let my show up once again shut it up, everything on the inside. That walk was everything. I just finished up with my core off the floor, and that's just like that. Day 18 has been won. It's been won. And so, yeah, that's it. That's all. I hope that you are transforming. I hope that you are showing up for you. I hope that you are pressing through moments that want to get you to stay in that place, or just, hey, I'm going to start all over. No, keep going. Keep going. It might not be 100% when you show up, but keep going anyway. Show up with your 20s. Show up with your 80s. Show up with your 70s. But show up and win. Show up and shut it up. Show up and win. Come on, because you're worth the investment. Let's transform. Great morning, beautiful people. It is Friday. It is day 19 of 40 days of focus, meaning we have 21 more days left to make a difference. It is full body today, core, and 30 minutes on the treadmill. My temple wins have been secured for the day. Anything else is a bonus. But we have 21 more days to make a difference. 21 more days to adjust and get right what we didn't in these last 19 days. 21 more days to transform our bodies, to recomp our bodies, to show up for us, to show up as worth the investment. So we're going to do that. We're going to lock in even to a greater degree for these next 21 days, tightening up stuff, areas where we've been a little loose at, or I've been a little loose at. I'm going to tighten things up and get these results that I'm going for. I am aiming for at least 10 to 15 pounds of fat loss gone off of me by the time that this journey is over. I was making progress. I went back last weekend. We'll see where I stand this week. Earlier in the week, I was still away. And so my eating still wasn't what I was cooking. So I'm working against that in this week, trying to rectify all of that. So it might, I don't know what it's gonna pan out to be on tomorrow, but we gonna see, because we gonna show it. We not hiding it. Hopefully it's going in the right direction. If not, for sure the following week it will. But I want y'all to go transform. Do something good for your spirit, soul, and body today. And make sure you spend some time with the Lord, okay? Until tomorrow. What's up, beautiful people? Happy Saturday to you. This marks day 20 of 40 days of focus, which means that we are halfway there. We got just about 3 more weeks to make a huge impact and see some changes in this body and get the results that we came here to get, which means that we got to lock in just a little bit more. I know we've been doing good the last 20 days, but even more, we're going to tighten up at the table. We're going to make sure we're getting our water in as we should. Make sure we're continuing to build and spend our time with God. And of course, we're going to get these temple wins in. Today is weigh-in day. So after my workout, it's also freestyle Saturday, where I normally would just walk, but I use Saturdays to freestyle and make it kind of fun, doing some things that I like to do. So I'm going to do an indoor walk, like strength training, and then I'm gonna do some 15-minute belly fat workout, and then I'm gonna head over there and do about 30 minutes uphill walk on the treadmill. I'll be back later with my challenges and cheers for the week, and also to see where we stand with this weight. Now, y'all know last week when I was away, I was up 1 point something pounds, 1.2, 1.6 something pounds. And my eating did not improve at all much for the next couple of days that I was there. So I'm working like behind the ball, trying to course correct from earlier this week. So I don't know what my weight is going to be. By the time that I got home and I weighed myself, I was 4 pounds up. So I was back at my original starting weight when we started this. Hopefully I've gotten those off and maybe be a little bit more under than I was the first week, which was 161 after, we started. We'll see. Whatever it is, it's going to be what it is because I did it. But going forward, we got work to do. So let's go win. Let's transform. I'll be back later. What's up, beautiful people? And here we are closing out week 3 of my 40 days of fitness. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for weigh-in, challenges, and cheers. So I'm going to jump right into it. Week 3 has been one of my most challenging weeks thus far for a number of reasons. So we'll just go ahead and start with the challenges first. First challenge is nutrition. And me realizing that I still have much work to do there in the area of nutrition, especially when I'm outside of spaces where I have more control. I notice when my rhythm is disrupted, that I oftentimes will go off in a whole bunch of areas, and nutrition has been one. That's like the first thing that I go off in. So nutrition has been a challenge. When I was away, I was eating stuff that I shouldn't have ate. And when I came back, I was finding it hard to get back in, or challenging to get back in my rhythm. So nutrition has been a challenge for week 3. Number 2 challenge in week 3 is my energy levels have been low. I noticed that they've been just super low this week in particular. And I believe it has something to do with how I'm eating and even the good foods that I'm eating. So what I am going to do is I am ordering a food sensitivity test, because you can be eating the right things, but they impact your body different. So that's one of the things that I am about to do, is do a food sensitivity test. Um, to see how different things are impacting me. I'm noticing when I eat chicken, I feel a certain way. I'm noticing when I eat turkey, I'm feeling a certain way. Even broccoli and cauliflower, I'm feeling a certain way. So I'm going to get some help by doing a food sensitivity test to see where I stand with that. My third challenge for this week has been self-sabotage. It has been loud this week. I know a lot of that has to do with my choices of what I was feeding myself. When I'm doing good, I'm doing good, but when I'm not doing good, the self-sabotage is loud. So those were my challenges: nutrition, my energy levels, and self-sabotage in week 3. Now moving on to my cheers. I had picked up a pound and something while I was away. Ultimately, when I left, it had been up to 4 pounds. So I came back with 4 extra pounds on me. One of my cheers is that I was able to get that 4 pounds off of me. But I also had to think about that on the flip side. How much further would I be if I didn't have to keep working backwards to get something off? I don't want the rest of these 3 weeks to be that I'm trying to work to get off something extra that shouldn't have been on in the first place. Although it's a cheer that I got it off, imagine if I didn't have to get that off and I put that energy and effort into getting to my ultimate goal that I want to get to. So my second cheer is that although the self-sabotage was really, really loud this week, I did not let the self-sabotage set me back. Now, we could get to a place where it's so loud, and before you know it, you done threw the whole challenge away, or you beat yourself up so much that you don't move forward. I didn't let that self-sabotage take me out or make me get stuck. And then my third cheer, I'm going to say, is facing what I know needs to be fixed. And God has a unique way of doing that. I know that the nutrition part is still something that I need to work with. And it was interesting today, we are having our homecoming here at church, and they were serving food. Of course, some of the food they were serving is stuff that I wouldn't meal prep for me to eat, but I was getting a plate. And one of the sisters said to me, she said, "Shantae, I got to tell you something that God told me to ask you this morning on my way to church." I'm like, "What is that?" She said, "Is what you're eating or what you're doing, is that getting you closer to your goal?" Right when they were putting mashed potatoes and roast beef and what else? Dressing on my plate. And I kind of just looked at her and like, "Oh, really?" while I'm getting the plate. And then she went on to tell me that she said, how did she say it? She said, "You always holding everybody else accountable, but I'm wondering who's holding you accountable." Baby, I didn't want to face that at the moment, but I know that was God. I know it was God. And so facing what I need to fix. And sometimes it takes God to send a word directly like that to you in your face from somebody you don't even expect it to come from. And as much as I wanted to brush that thing off and be like, "He ain't talking to me, he probably was talking to you." And so this week, that's a cheer that I am facing what needs to be fixed. So I'm gonna close this off. My weight is going to be for this week in one of these corners. Like I said, ultimately when I got back from my trip, I was up at 164, which I started with. Happy to report that I am 160.8, so that's up in the corner. Still not making the progress that I want to, but I know it's me, okay? So we gonna face that, and we're gonna fix it. And I'm gonna put this out there. I'm making this declaration over me going into week 4, that I will be out of the 160s by the time I weigh in next Saturday. I'm declaring I will not be at 160, at or above 160. So yeah, because I'm gonna face what I need to fix. At any rate, I hope that I'm sharing my transparency in this journey is a help to you. And again, I know that I am not for everybody, but I am for somebody. And if that somebody is you, would you do me a favor? Would you like, share, subscribe, and also put a comment down there if this journey is helping you, if my sharing is helping you, anything that I say is helping you, or simply if you know that you are worth the investment. And until next week, y'all, transform. Let's transform. I'll talk to you next week.